Yo, what's going on, everyone? My name's Serj Jones, and welcome back to another video. It's actually been a while since I've done one of these kind of videos, you know? I mean, to be honest, it's not really every day that I pick a handful of movies of personal interest and rank anything, you know, because I don't really do many things to rank, you know? But it's like, at the same time, I'm thinking, maybe there are quite a few movies. I mean, I can rank the Daniel Craig 007s. I can rank the DC movies. I can rank the Marvel movies or the horror movies I collect. You know, because I promise you, I got quite a few. I can fucking do a ranking of some, like, biopic movies, you know, like Walking Tall, Notorious, Straight Outta Compton, Selma, Selena, Judas and Black Messiah, Donnie Brasco, Papillon, Ip Man, you know, shit like that, you know, it's like, it's something that I would do, but at the same time, it's like, it's a lot to really compile, and then some of them I would have to fucking rewatch again just to fucking rank them properly, you know, especially since the last time I did rank something, it was an album for some fucking artist I did last year or something. So I don't really do a lot of ranking. There's like a bunch of fucking DVDs fucking kicked around and shit, because there's not very little room between this and me. It's like, it's enough for me to fucking kick a knock over, and that's the last thing I want to do. But, I've been wanting to do this for one specific genre. And this was something that I had the idea of doing when I was watching Godzilla and Kong New Empire. This was something that I wanted to do because I thought, this seems like a good idea for a video. So I picked a handful of movies that I've seen and decided to just, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking rank them like the movies that I've seen. And you know what, man? What better way to start it than with the very first movie that I've seen when I was a kid, which is the 1998 Godzilla. That one. Yeah. That one. The one with, oh, fuck. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his fucking name. Give me 1 second. Well, I can't think of the fucking name. All I know is that it's the fucking boy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You know, so it's with that actor. And Frenchie, who is both in that one, and he's also in that one Hitman movie. I can't fucking remember. I'm sorry, my brain is like all over the fucking place with my memory. It sucks, I'll tell you that much. But that was the very first movie I've ever seen growing up as a kid. It was on VHS, and I remember watching that movie so many fucking times I couldn't even stop watching it. Like, I watched that Godzilla movie to a point to where the tape worn out, because like, I always fucking watched it, rewind it all the way back, and rewatched it again. And no matter where I went, like if I was going somewhere like on a friend's house, a sleepover or something, I always had that fucking VHS on me because it was a personal favorite. I thought that Godzilla movie was the fucking coolest movie of all time, especially since I was so much into like giants and dragons and dinosaur related stuff, you know. It's like I was a fucking nerd for that kind of shit. So I thought Godzilla was one of the coolest fucking monsters in the world. So When I saw that movie, it was awesome. Fucking loved it. I think I still have it on VHS somewhere in a box. Somewhere. I don't fucking know where. So, what I would rank that movie is, like, compared to now, I would say that movie is more of, like, if I was to rate it 0 out of 10, I would give that Godzilla movie a fair 6. 6 out of 10. I mean, it's like there were some moments that really made it seem like growing up now and appreciating what real Godzilla type monsters look like. You know, it's like he fucking looked weird and not what you would expect. You know, it's like he fucking had this giant ass like T-Rex face. You know, so there were some flaws with that movie. I mean, it was great back then, but now that I've seen it again, and with some other moments in that movie, I would give that one, the 1998 Godzilla, a 6. Don't really want to give it a 6, but I'm gonna have to give it a 6. Then the next movie I saw growing up was King Kong, that came out in 2005 with Jack Black. This, in my opinion, was absolutely great. It was really cool. It was really fun. It was really like offsetting, and like there were some fucking giant bugs that were really fucking, like, it really made me fucking feel uncomfortable, you know, especially like the fucking giant centipedes and the giant fucking spiders and shit. It's like that whole scene was just, no, very uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable to watch, and the music was so fucking like calm and off-putting and unsettling. I didn't like it. But there were some moments in that movie that were really fucking cool, like especially with King Kong going against like a bunch of fucking T-Rexes and him handling the fuck out of all of them. One, he fucking smashed its skull in and fucking bent its jaw and crushed it. And that scene was so fucking epic, man. That was a badass scene. And then it got to a point to where it led to King Kong being captured, which in a lot of other King Kong movies, Kong gets captured, carried on a boat, sent to America, put on display for the entire New York city to fucking see and be awe and terrifying look. And, you know, it's like that whole fucking scene, it was just very off-putting and very, like, upsetting in a way. You know, it's like you got this giant fucking gorilla that just wants to be left alone. No one wants to fuck with him. He doesn't want to be bugged. He just wants to fucking sit, eat whatever, be left alone on his little island. No one's fucking with him. He's not fucking with them. Leave him the fuck alone. And what happens? People come in, kidnap him, bring him, and fucking put him in chains to be looked at like a fucking display. And then, when he gets free, he climbs the Empire State Building. Chrysler. No, Empire. Empire, right. He climbs the Empire State Building, which, again, a lot of moments in this movie was mimicked by other classic and original older King Kong movies, you know, and a lot of them fucking go in the same direction. Discovery, capture, display, free, empire, and then death. He gets shot by fucking helicopters and planes and shit, and he falls off and dies. So, That was the upsetting part. It was heartbreaking in my opinion. You know, it sucked, but at the same time, it's like it was a great movie. It was a great story. So, with King Kong that came out in 2005, I'd give it a 9, a fair 9. No, 8. I'll give it an 8. That's the best I can do for it. I'll give it an 8. The only thing that was not really all that was, again, the fucking creepy bugs. The size comparison between Kong and the girl, that was a bit, you know, it was alright. It was, I mean, it's the fucking size comparison that really gets to me, you know? And he has this giant fucking forehead, which does seem accurate because gorillas have giant fucking heads. But I don't know, I guess my only problem is just the size comparison and some of the like CGI with some of the monsters, dinosaurs and shit. I mean, the only thing that looked great in it was Kong and the T-Rexes. Everything else, it was, I don't know, I wasn't really all that, didn't really care for it all that much, you know? But I'm gonna give King Kong, the 2005 version, an 8 at best. Best. Don't fucking give me that look. Don't give me that look. I know what y'all thinking. I know what you guys are thinking. I'm being unfair. But you know what? There's other movies that I'm gonna get to. This next movie that came out, let's see, what, fucking 2015? Give me a second. The 2014, I was wrong. I had the year wrong. The 2014 Godzilla. This was the way to do it. This was the right direction to go. Everything about the way he looked was on point. The monster versus monster fight, super fucking badass. He didn't have to fucking worry about the people. He had to worry about another fucking giant monster stepping on his turf and fucking with him. This was the way to go. The way that he fights was slow but impactful and epic. His size, fuck, I can't fucking speak. The way that he looks, I mean, look at that shit. Fucking badass monster looking motherfucker. Absolutely awesome. This is what Godzilla should have looked like. Fucking take notes, people. This is the way to go. He fucking looked awesome in this shit. This version of Godzilla was really fucking cool. And again, the fight scenes, the CGI was absolutely gorgeous to fucking look at. The story was great. His fucking atomic breath was absolutely epic and really badass to look at. That whole scene was fucking awesome, you know? Just this Godzilla that came out in 2014. 8. I'm just kidding. 9. It is a 9. Because again, this movie was really fucking cool when it came out. Then Skull Island came out. Everyone was talking about it. Fucking Brie Larson and fucking, my gosh, I can't fucking remember names anymore today. I'm sorry, I'm fucking sucking at remembering names. Fucking, y'all know what movie I'm talking about. Samuel Jackson was in it, I know that for sure. Jason Mitchell, the fucking dude who played Eazy-E, and Dr. Dre. Those two were in it. They absolutely fucking did great in it. Skull Island was absolutely great. But there were some moments, including the fights, that was a bit you know, a little overhyped, but it was cool regardless. And the way that it ended was truly fucking epic. Sadly, I'm gonna have to give Skull Island a 7. Because again, it was cool. Didn't really blow my expectations as much as Godzilla did. It was great, still worth watching, still worth keeping. But didn't really keep the excitement up that long. And now my favorite one. My favorite, personal favorite. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. This really had the inner child in me jumping with joy. This shit really got me amped up. Excitement was all over the place. And the way that it fucking showed Ghidorah, man. King Ghidorah, fucking one of the most epic fucking monsters in the Godzilla universe, you know? King Ghidorah, fucking badass, you know? This monster was epic. Really blew my fucking expectations out of the water, out of the fucking city, out of everything, you know? That fight between them two, the first fight, it was upsetting, but it made sense, you know? King or Godzilla is not used to a fucking villain like this. But when he came back and he fucking supercharged up and he fucking got the help from Mothra, them two together and him fucking going super atomic, best fucking scene ever in that shit. That was absolutely great shit. Great shit right there. Bear McCreary, fucking legendary Bear McCreary, who is also doing the fucking music in the background, which I will leave credit to in the description. Excuse me, fucking gotta get comfortable. Bear McCreary fucking did an amazing job, including doing the song Godzilla featuring Serj Tankian from System of a Down. This whole movie, King of the Monsters, was fucking spectacular. Personal favorite. I'd fucking watch that shit 2 or 3 times when I got it. And then a few more times, like in the next few months after watching it again, because that one is so fucking epic, man. And then the way that it fucking ended with all the monsters bowing to him, really understanding that Godzilla is fucking king. Fucking best way to end it, you know? 10 out of 10. Out of 10, out of 10, out of 10. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, was a 10 for me. Best one yet. And then we finally got what we've been waiting for. We finally got it. The epic fight that was really done perfectly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Godzilla versus Kong. Bad ass. Super sick. You know, super dope, super sick, fucking, that shit was fucking cool, son. Absolutely great. And the way that it also, like, fucking introduced Mechagodzilla, only it was made by the government and made with the fucking corrupt brain of, or not brain, the corrupt skull of Ghidorah. Which, at first, it threw me off because Ghidorah's fucking entire body was vaporized in the atomic blast. So my question is, how the fuck did he survive that shit? How did they get his skull? How did they get anything out of Godzilla when he fucking vaporized the fuck out of him. That doesn't make sense, guys. That don't make sense. I'll let it slide because there is no... Because I'm sure that they couldn't think of any other way to really introduce Mechagodzilla. I'll let this slide. But the way that the combat was, regardless between the two giants, it was epic. You know, it's like these two were fucking really going at each other fucking amazingly. It was the best fucking fight scene ever. And then when fucking Kong got the axe, that was even better. That really fucking made the playing field all the more interesting to fucking watch. The fighting was just fucking magnificent. But I'm gonna have to give Godzilla vs. Kong a 9.5. Because again, the only downside was the plot with introducing Mechagodzilla. I didn't get it. Because again, how? You know? Just how? How do you fucking find bone fragments that we clearly saw get vaporized? That doesn't make sense. I mean, is there another King Ghidorah corpse that we didn't fucking know existed? I don't get it. And finally, well, maybe not finally. There is one that I did see last night. I saw this one last night on Netflix. Not sponsored, by the way. Godzilla -1. Absolutely 9.8. Great story. Great drama. Fucking CGI was on point with this shit. And most of all, we finally get Godzilla back to where it all started in film. Godzilla in Japan. That is how you do it properly. That's how you do that shit. Because Godzilla, from what I heard, was a monster that Japan made up after the atomic bomb dropped in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So they had the idea of creating a monster to represent that incident, and thus they created Godzilla. So it only makes sense that we take Godzilla back to Japan. And that's a perfect way to really do it right. You know? So honestly, Godzilla -1, 9.8. 9.8. -1 was great. Loved it. Certainly gonna watch it again because I liked it that much. Everything about it was good, and I liked it that much. And finally, here we are, all caught up. Godzilla and Kong, New Empire. New Empire. Yeah. New Empire. Greatness. Scar King. Awesome fucking character. Awesome fucking villain. Great story. You got these two fucking working together against a much bigger foe. Two bigger foes, that is. With the help of another. But I'm not really going to spoil that because if you guys want to know what I think of New Empire, I'm going to have to leave that right down here. It'll be on one of these sides. I don't really know where I put them. You know, it's like one side could actually be on the other side. You know, so you'll see it on one side. On one of these sides, you know. my review will be right there at the end of this video. But I would like to know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with the rating that I gave these movies? What was your favorite movie? Did you enjoy any of these movies? Do you have a personal favorite? Let me know in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace. Oh, also, before you click out of this video, I have a Twitch right down here in the description. I have a Discord right down here in the description. I have a podcast right here in the description. Also, a P Thing podcast. All 43 episodes are available on YouTube now. Check that shit out. We're still on Spotify, still streaming on other podcast apps. So be sure to check that shit out. Absolutely fun. You know, interviews, stories, topics, you know. It's all good times, you know. But I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, all that good stuff right down here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.